Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the review. This time is of the exclusive Mezco 112 Collective, Black and Gold Model 42 Iron Man, by Mezco, obviously. But anyway, let's get into this review. Let's make it funky. Let's make it fresh. Uh, First and foremost, quick disclaimer, and this is my personal opinion. I don't know if it's true or not, but as you can see, I've unmasked my Iron Man, and I know Iron Man was promised to have a magnetic mask. I do not believe that applies for this one, simply because I was fooling around trying to see if the mask would come off, and as you can see, there is a paint issue right here on the side of the mask. Also, there's no magnetic parts inside the mask. I mean, there's a really nice interface in the mask. I think that's really dope. But I do not believe that this was meant to come off on his mask because it does not hold up here. No magnets. So, wasn't meant for this one. But I will say this, the Tony Stark head looks really nice underneath. It's a little soft, but obviously it wasn't supposed to be there. So, can't really be too mad about that. So, it's a nice little bonus, right? Please be careful when removing your mask because it could cause paint chip. So, just be a little careful. Other than that, we can get started on the actual review. I just want to make sure I put that out there. Anyway, see, this is new and different for Mezco and myself. It is another 112 Iron Man. Like, I've been Iron Man'd out recently because there's so many. But I definitely want to give Mezco's a try. And this one happened to come out first. And I do love Black and Gold. It's one of my favorites. So, and I love the Mark III. So the fact that I got a Black and Gold Mark III, both from SHF and Mezco, are a huge plus for me. I'm a huge fan of the Mark III armor, in comic and in movie. So this is a thing for me. Anyway, let's jump into what's cool and different about this Iron Man. Now, the design is actually sleek and really nice. There's tons of die cast in it. It has a light up function. So all of these are things I'm going to go over, but it's really dope. So as you can see, the head can look up, and this is for flight poses. So I don't think you're going to have an issue, for the most part, doing flight poses, because as you can see, he looks very good doing it. The head can come down as well. It can tilt side to side. So you actually have a great range of motion with this Iron Man, as far as the head is concerned. The collar does not get in the way at all. As far as the arms go, they actually lift up pretty well. Because there's no cloth, you can actually go back to getting a nice deal of range on the figure. The arm is actually double jointed. There's some issues obvious in the way for mechanical design. The wrists actually work just fine. You can rotate all the way around and through. And the arm can actually go all the way around. Again, there's no cloth in the way, but he does have a lot of die cast. Die cast being the arms, the chest, some pieces in the back, and most of the leg and feet. So he is protected, well protected. As far as the lighting mechanism, it's actually in the backpack. So you get that by lifting up and unscrewing this and inserting the batteries. The batteries actually come with the figure as well, just like with Michael Myers. So as far as the upper torso, you actually get a nice bit of range going left and right in the torso. Ab crunch that goes backwards and one that goes forward as well. You get a little bit going on the lower body, but not a lot going for you. So please be careful. Because the light is housed in the chest, it makes him very top heavy. So please be aware of that. The legs actually have a nice little drop down mechanism that drop down a little, just like an SHF. That allows you to get a little bit of extra range in the leg, but it may cause paint scuffing. The legs are double jointed. They rotate here at the boot cuff. And as far as ankle pivot, let's double check. You actually have one going out and a little bit going in. There might actually be a toe pivot as well. Nah, no toe pivot. It just looks like it. Just looks like it. No toe pivot. So as far as Iron Man goes, you actually get a nice little bit of range on him. Something I was not expecting. I was expecting it to not have that much range, but you actually got something going for him. So that's pretty cool. As you can see, he can pose pretty well. He's really heavy, so please be aware of that. Try not to put him on a non-Mezco stand or a non-supported stand because he actually has a lot of weight to balance. Just want you guys to be aware of that. Let's see if he can get any cool poses. I don't know if he's going to be able to hold. It's a lot of weight. It's not like with a... Yep. There we go. So that's a little better. I like this. So right here on the forearms, we actually have a part for his effect part. I'm going to show you very quickly for the wrist rockets. See if this actually go in. Or maybe I have it upside down. This is very, very new to me. Yep, there we go, wrist rockets. And I'm probably doing it wrong, but I think you guys get the idea. Finishing left and right. So as you can see here, it's actually pretty nice. These are really nice effects. For the side piece right here, what you do is you're going to remove it gently by wiggling it off, and it comes off the tab. So that way, when you want the little missiles that come out, a nice little pivot here. You're going to attach it right here at the top. You're going to wiggle it back on. And the reason why I said wiggle, because it prevents you from trying to, even though these are soft, you don't want to break these off because they're very gentle. And there you have the missiles from the side. And again, you're going to wiggle out. Please be careful, guys. Let's put that back on so we don't lose it. Then I want to jump into hands very quickly. And the reason why is because there are lots of Repulsor Blasts, just like any other one. Now, I hate them to look awkward. Let's try to fix this up. So here we have the normal open palms that actually can take Repulsor Blast. They actually look like they're not hollow, but they are. And the reason why is because you can put Repulsor Blast in them. It's actually really nice. So there's two versions. There's a smaller one and there is a longer one. Either one can be interchangeable with both the hands and the feet. As you can see here. And the feet has two portholes. So one you could put at the front or the back, depending on how you want to do it. Or you can put all four on it, you know. So it all depends on what you really want to do. So those are for the small flight ones. Then you also have semi-relaxed hands. These do not have Repulsor Blast, so you can't stick them in, but they are nice redly painted hands. And here are the blasts for the actual hands, the long range ones. And these ones just plug right in, and voila. You actually get two of these as well, so you can do it for both hands. And last but not least, I want to show off the really cool feature of lighting up. So let's take this, cut this on. And then you can see the LED. It's really nice. Actually, let's do this so you guys can see it. Voila, looks really, really nice. Glows very brightly. So now you guys see what's going on. Let's change the focus back up. Let's leave that on for a little bit. So next up and last, we're going to talk about changing his arc reactor for the Repulsor Blast. What I suggest you do is you get something that will gently help you lift it up, so that way you don't cause paint chip, or don't put it back in very far in. And I think this is really dope. I think the last time we got something like this was on the Play Imaginative stuff, and the can't remember their name. It's Play Imaginative and something else. But yeah, the Super Alloy stuff. And as you can see here, it's really nice. It's sturdy too, so you don't have to worry about it breaking. And actually, you know what? Let's test it out. Let's see how it looks with the lights off. So yeah, it can phase through the Repulsor Blast as well. All in all, this is a really, really solid piece. It's very different for it's very different for an Iron Man that we've gotten for a while now, especially because it's going to be a little bit of a bigger scale. But you know what? I think the problem that we're always going to face with Iron Man is that we just have too many options with Iron Man. But if you like the Mezco line, this is a very good one that will go well with the rest of your Mezcos. And if you aren't a fan of Mezco, hey, you know what? You don't have to buy it. But like me, I am a sucker for the Model 3, and I'm a sucker for black and gold Iron Man. So yeah. Anyway, let's get into size comparisons. And the first thing I want to do is I want to compare him to the SHF black and gold Iron Man. And the reason why that is because they're both black and gold. They're both based off the Mark III. As you can see, size-wise, the SHF is out of his league. He's like his son at this point, his teenage son growing up. And then we're going to compare it to the Marvel Legends, and I chose the Bleeding Edge armor. I should probably have this one painted black and gold. That would be nice. And it looked like it's more in scale with Marvel Legend, so that's definitely a good plus for those of you who collect Legends. That means the Iron Man from Mezco will go definitely really well in your collection. You don't have anything to stress. Next up, we're going to compare him to a normal Mezco, and I happen to have Punisher next to me. So who else but the man himself? And as you can see, he's actually, wow, he's actually taller than him too. So that's pretty crazy. But I think it makes more sense as a guy in armor. So it should be that way. Next up, we're going to compare it to Tactical Suit Batman and Mafex. I'm just going to take out things that are randomly next to me. So Tactical Suit Batman definitely does not have the advantage in terms of height. But they go toe-to-toe with money. So yeah, there's that. Next up, we're going to compare it with a Marvel, an SHF Captain America. And the reason why I chose him, because he's a little bit taller too. So it looks pretty good. Shout out to Old Boy for the head as well. So they look good together, but Iron Man towers a little too tall over him. So that's something you may want to worry about. Next up, we have an Articulated Icons Ninja. So Iron Man towers over these guys too, but they don't look that bad together. Next up, we have an SH Figuarts Kamen Rider Rogue, who stands significantly smaller than him, but to me still looks pretty decent if you do a little forced perspective, but outside of that, you're going to have some trouble. And I don't think I've compared it to a normal Marvel Legend, so let's try that. So here he is next to a Marvel Legend suited body. And now he's pretty much still towering over the other Marvel Legend stuff. So Iron Man is going to probably be the tallest. So in terms of Marvel Legend and being an armored Avenger, he's going to be bigger in the armor, obviously. So that means against certain characters like Ironmonger, who I don't know where he is now, but I'll figure it out by the end of this, he will look pretty well against bigger characters. And all in all, I got to say, it's a really nice piece. And I'm actually, the more I play with it, the more I really like it, that it's different. And it's going to challenge me to do some different stuff. So hopefully I'll have some really dope photos at the end for you guys. In the meantime, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you found it informative. And most of all, I hope you do good, be good, drink your water. Later.